What we're going to use here today is a brush, a dental spatula, some beading tweezers, and a Phillips head screwdriver. First thing you want to do is you want to flip the Nintendo 64 controller over. You have 7 screws here that are the normal, we're going to call them normal size screws. And then we have 2 smaller screws in the memory card slot. You're going to remove these 7 screws. You gotta remember to keep your screws in a good location because you don't want to lose them. These aren't easily replaceable. The 2 smaller screws inside here are probably your worst ones to get out and get back in because they're so small and kind of in an awkward location. Alright, now that we have those, we're going to remove the back plate. And there we go. Set that aside for later. And here you have 3 screws that we're going to remove. We have one here, here, and here. We're going to take these off nice and easy. Place those aside, like I said, in a safe place. Alright, now to finish the process of taking this old joystick out, we want to make sure we want to remove this guy right here. Grab the wires securely and make sure you're bracing everything. Pull it and it'll come out right out. And then right here we have 2 little tabs. You want to press one tab to the side, not too much because you don't want to break it, because then you'll be out of luck. Alright, as you can see, it can be a little bit of a pain. Once that comes off, there we go, old joystick out. What you want to do is when you have this guy open is you want to take a look and kind of clean this guy out. Some of the junk and gunk that gets in here, take a look. That's just a little bit. I've seen controllers that are just completely just filled with disgusting dirt. And I don't know about you, but I like a clean controller. I use it all the time. I touch it with my hands. And if you see right here, it's got some pretty nasty gunk in there too. So you want to take your brush, just kind of brush it out. You can use some Windex. Spray it on the brush first. I wouldn't spray it on the controller itself. You don't want to get it into the electronic components. That would be bad. Then you would be out of controller. All this time would be for nothing. Take it, kind of brace everything in there. You don't want everything to fall out. It's kind of nice. Give it a little scrub. Or what you could do is take this guy right here, this dental spatula. You could take it, and actually it's pretty quick if you just go shoop. Scrub some of this guy out. And there's other dental tools you can use too. This prod. Scrape some of this gunk out. It comes out a lot easier than use the brush to get it out the rest of the way, whatever debris is left over. That's just a little tip I wanted to throw in there for you. for you neat freaks and resellers. It's a neat little thing you want to do for some of your eBay sellers that buy these from, you know, flea markets and yard sales and stuff like that. Cleaning them up makes a big difference. You know, it could be the difference between getting no feedback and a positive feedback. So keep that in mind. Now to do it all over again in reverse. Now we're going to put this guy back in. And usually put the screws in first, and then we'll plug it in, trying to give it some support. Place the first one in. Screw, 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 screw. And next screw going on in. Final screw for the inside. And make sure you don't press down too hard, because you don't want to break the joystick that you just replaced. You got to take care with that. You want to place the bumpers back in. And the best way to remember this is the long portion right here goes in at the very bottom. If you're seeing the longer pegs towards you, you are not doing it right, and it's not going to go back together correctly. You do want to remember to make sure the cord is in the correct location. Wiggle through here, or again you'll have trouble getting this guy back together. Alright, you want to take this. First, you gotta put the wires back together. It's not going to work. Again, you want to kind of gently but firmly put it in there, slide it all the way in, make sure it's all the way flush all the way across, and you want to lay this guy one side at a time back in. Oh, see, it's a problem. You can lose the little plastic piece, but there's a little peg, or see right there, lines up in the hole. This goes back on pretty easily. So slide it on the one side, pop it in, and voila. Alright, gotta put this back on. Alright, now to place this back on again. Just line it up with the little port, push it down, and voila. Let's start with the normal size screws to get it back in there. You want to start with the back ones here, kind of give it a little bit of a support to get the rest of them in there correctly. This whole process doesn't take too terribly long, and then you get back to playing your Smash Brothers in no time. It's generally that and Mario Party is how people destroy these joysticks. Get these guys back in here. Just a couple turns. You don't want to tighten too much. You don't want to strip it out in case you have to, take it apart again because you didn't install it correctly, or you have to replace another one. All these tools and the replacement parts, hopefully I'll have the links for you available in the notes. Make sure you check out my website, videogamerescue.com, and I have other guides that you can see along with a blog and some other stuff, guides to collecting and whatnot. Alright, this is what I normally do. You take these little tweezers and you grab this little guy, and there's a little hole. Here, I'll lift this guy up so you can see it. See that hole? I'm going to drop it down in there. As you can tell, it can be a little bit of a pain. And once you get it fitted in the hole, easy going from there. Twist it in, like I said. Don't want to twist it too tight. Don't want to strip it out. Alright, let's grab this guy again with the tweezers. And down we go. Nice into the hole. Now, some of you aren't going to have the tweezers, and I'm going to feel real bad for you, because you're going to have a pretty good time trying to get these guys back in there. It is a royal pain in the butt. Get that nice little twist in there, and all done. A new controller again. Thanks for visiting, and like I said, check out my videogamerescue.com website where I have reviews, news, guides, collecting, all that good stuff. Thank you for viewing, and I will see you soon.